Jy luister na MielieFM, kos vir jou ore, jou buurt, jou stasie. And I'm going to switch over to English now because we've got a very special guest on, Christal Webb. Good morning, Christal.
Good morning, Skalk and the MielieFM listeners.
How are you this morning?
I'm very well, very excited, and very blessed to be part of the show today.
Well, that's good to hear. So, you are a gospel singer, am I right?
That's correct.
And I always ask this question to any kind of musician or singer. How did you get into music? Where did you start?
I think music was running through my veins at a very, very early age. Growing up in a house where music is all around you, both mom and dad used to sing. So it was almost inevitable that would be my journey.
And you released your hit song, Destined for Greatness. What was the process behind that song? What was the inspiration for that song?
Scott, to tell you that was a very, very difficult time in my life. My friend lost her son, who was part of our worship team at the time, and he was brutally murdered. So I was going through a very rough patch, and just a few months later, my cousin's son ended up in a car accident after a week of getting married. Literally a week after his wedding.
Yeah.
So in that year, I was battling to get myself out of a deep, dark hole. And I felt like everything was caving in. And I was just reminded that there's something on the inside of me that has been given by God that needs to go out to the nations. And over the season of Christmas, I remember going to rehearsal and spending time with the team and telling them that this lyric just wouldn't leave me, Destined for Greatness. And I gave them the chorus, and we started working around the song, and they were so excited. So when we got to church, then I just asked Pastor if we could render an item this morning. I felt like, the need to just bless the church with a song. And I asked the team if y'all are up for it, and they said, yes, let's make it memorable. So when we sang the song, this was very interesting. The first time ever, when we sang the song, Pastor came up afterwards and he said, y'all just sang my sermon this morning. He says, God gave me the theme for the year, and this is Destined for Greatness. This is the year of Destined for Greatness. And I was like, wow. This was so inspiring, because normally I get the music through the word that is being ministered. I would sit in church minding my own business, and, as pastor would be preaching, I would get the song in service. But this time around, it was really birthed from a place of pain, from alignment with God had given you something, and you are destined for greatness, and you cannot fail.
Well, so it's actually a really deep meaning behind it.
That's correct.
And then you've been nominated, I see, for Best Inspirational Vocalist.
Come on now.
What is your feelings around that?
Skalk, I've got mixed emotions concerning that, because this is the first time ever I've been nominated in South Africa. All my awards were international, and it feels amazing to be recognized on home soil.
And also your latest release, On My Knees.
Yes, sir.
What was the process behind that? Is it also such a meaningful song to you?
Every song has a story, Skalk. If I have to tell you, this was literally On My Knees, was in prayer meeting. Pastor was giving his testimony of how things are working out for him, how God is just blessing him, and how God is just managing to open up doors for him. And he asked us, he said he got a contract where the guy actually gave him a box full of money, and they were counting, and he says, my goodness, this is the first time that this happened to me. And while he was speaking, he asked us, would you like some money? Would you like to know how to get money? Everybody's hand went up, because we thought, you got a box full of money, so you might as well just distribute it among us, And Pastor said he just mentioned the words that if you want this kind of blessing, it is found on your knees. And he challenged us to start praying at 3 o'clock in the morning. But while he was speaking to us, God just gave me the key. The key was C. And I tried to get the attention of the keyboardist that was on stage. And I showed him the key of C. And then he automatically just transitioned into the key. And I heard that he was going somewhere and it wasn't making sense to what I was hearing. So I got up on stage while Pastor is still busy giving his testimony, and I got up on stage and I started singing to him what the Holy Spirit was releasing to me at that time, and he started flowing. And Pastor turned around and he said, "Wait a minute. Y'all are onto something. Just sing that, Christal. Sing that to the church." And it was the chorus, the declaration of I see blessings, I see increase, I see all of that. And Pastor said, release that declaration over the church. So I called up the team and I asked them to catch this. And it was amazing how they just locked in to that song.
And such a beautiful story. Thank you, Christal, very much for this chat. We're going to play out with Destined for Greatness.
Thank you, Skalk, and all the listeners this morning.